Hello and welcome to this video of VMware vCAC 6.0. Today I show you a quick and easy way to access the management model of vCAC 6.0 and how to run a simple query and get some information out of vCAC and the management model. My name is Matthias Eisner. I'm working for the comdivision group as Director for Cloud and Management. Before we are actually able to connect to our model or management model, we need to reconfigure IIS to allow us that. Therefore, we just open the manager and expand the server, expand our sites, the default website. We need to expand the repository and select data. In the middle pane, we can double click on directory browsing to enable. We find that on the actions menu. I've done that before. So instead of disable, you find enable in the actions menu, and that allows us to access the directory. The only thing I have done before was I downloaded the LINQPad application. It's a zip file you can download from the internet and extracted that into a folder, and you can just start the application by simple double click on the program. First of all, we need to add a connection. For vCAC, it's a WCF Data Services 5.5 connection. Click Next. The URI is pre-populated in that case because I've tested the connection before, but it's simple HTTPS. In our case, it's localhost because I started LINQPad on the same machine or on the IaaS machine. If you start LINQPad on a remote client, you need to provide either the IP or name of the IaaS server or IP or name of the load balancer if you have an HA configuration. And then that is the rest of the URI. It's repository /data /management model entities.svc. Then we need username and password. We accept the certificates, we test the connection, successful. We remember that connection, just hit OK, and here we go. We're connected to our data model or to our management model. So you can browse by simply scrolling up, scrolling down. You see your virtual machines. You have, for example, guest OS. You can get information about the guest OS or the name and all the information about every single machine which is created, deployed, provisioned using vCAC can be found in here. It can also be used via the API. So a simple query would be we just select VB expression, we select our connection, would be, for example, because you might have an infrastructure which contains both VMs provisioned using the vCenter with the vSphere or vSphere web client, or VMs provisioned by vCAC. And now we would like to get a list of virtual machines which are provisioned by vCAC. So that's a simple query. You just type it in, hit the run button, and you get a result. In our case, I haven't any provisioned VMs using vCAC, but that's it. So you can, by simply creating those queries, filter, for example, which virtual machines are managed by vCAC, to actually create a workflow in VCO and update VMware tools or get any information. Another option might be guest OS starts with, let's say, in our case, Red Hat, to get a, in the second bracket, to list. That would return a list with all VMs which have a Red Hat based OS installed. So it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And for example, you could use those queries in the design center. If you use the vCAC designer, you can use those queries to create an array of VMs and then call a VCO workflow for every single VM out of that, or based on that information, stuff like that. So that was a fast or easy start with the management model. I hope this helps, and have fun.